Hello everyone, welcome to our channel, our Book Nook 25. We will continue our discussion about man's search for meaning. And in the last episode, we had discussed many things, and you were going to tell us more about the three rooms in which prisoners were taken. So, tell us more about it, Manjari.
Yes. In the how the torture began. So, firstly, they were taken into a room and they were asked to take off all of their clothes except for shoes, that too within 2 minutes. If they were not able to take their clothes off within 2 minutes, the SS or capos used to beat them with their leather belts, that too on their naked bodies. After that, they were taken into another room and they were asked to shave their whole body. And Victor says, we had nothing now except our bare bodies, even minus hair.
Hmm.
After shaving, they were asked to go into another room where they had to take shower, wash their whole bodies. May it be whatever weather, cold, hot, the water was always cold. So even in cold weather, they had to take that cold shower. And do you remember what promise Victor made to himself the same day he came to the camp?
About not
Suicide
giving
part,
up,
yeah.
basically. Yeah. Yes. It's a really strong moment actually in the book. When I was reading it, I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
That so that is what I thought that like the moment they entered the camp, the horrific torture began there itself. And like he said that we had nothing with ourselves. Even we did not have our body hair. We were so bare. So then I thought that in this, like how we had discussed about like what can give us why. Though, so Victor has mentioned that courage also gives us why. So this is the moment I felt that Victor showed the courage to bear with all those atrocities and yet not give up at all. So I felt that yes, this is how he found his why in that moment. What do you think?
He Yeah, he has used a particular term. The particular term was used in the camps, and that was not to run into the wire. That was
Hmm.
commonly used because it was the most easiest way to do suicide. The wire were electric fence, and just to hold it, and they used to get shock and they used to die on the spot. So he has used that term over there.
Yeah, and he made himself the promise that I will never run into the wire.
Yes, exactly. Very courageous decision on the first day after seeing all this torture when all his work was taken even after requesting, and all his written work was taken from him even after that.
Yes.
He had made this courage, and how the humanity, like कितनी ह्यूमैनिटी गिर चुकी थी,
हाँ.
ऐसा विक्टर ने डिस्क्राइब किया है कि उनको सिर्फ नंबर से बुलाया जाता था. दे वर नॉट सेक्स, दे वर नॉट व्हाट दे वर एज अ प्रोफेशन outside
Hmm.
of the camp, and no gender, either male or sex, nothing mattered. Just a number was given to them. That too, which was sewn into their skin or the jacket which they are wearing, or in the pocket of the pants they were wearing. Do
Yes.
you remember Victor's number? What was his prison number over there? I have
No.
written in my diary.
Oh,
I'll
great.
tell to the listeners. It was 119104.
Oh, wow. You have got really good nerdy notes.
Thank you.
Yeah, so then Victor has very beautifully uh, described the three stages through which prisoner went. and
Yes.
now we will delve more into it. So, first of all, I thought it is a very courageous thing to do on Victor's part, that he could revisit all his experiences and jot down them and analyze them and um, found, find some pattern in it, and like what are the stages and everything. So this must be such a difficult task because many people go through PTSD after coming
Mm.
through such difficult situations. Even lesser difficult situations may cause PTSD. So I don't know how he managed to do it. Even I guess this is the courage he has shown throughout the life, and that has made his life more meaningful. And I felt that this is really inspiring. मतलब मुझे ऐसा लगा कि इतना सब झेलने के बाद अगर कोई फिर भी कुछ ना कुछ ढूंढ सकता है लाइफ में, तो वी हैव, मतलब हमारे पास तो बहुत सारे रीजंस हैं
Exactly.
टू टू एंजॉय दिस ब्यूटीफुल लाइफ.
Yes.
Yeah, so can you tell more about what are the three stages? And
Yes, so three stages. The first comes the period following the his admission or any prisoner's admission into the camp. The emotions were of longing, disgust because of the situation over there. I mean, removing the clothes and staying naked the whole time. Even shock was one of it. The second was when the prisoner get used to the routine of the prison life. The second was apathy, and the third is following after the camp. He used to come out of the camp release. I mean, following period following his release. Victor has used a term called as barbed wire sickness syndrome for that. We will come to that barbed wire sickness syndrome later. I would like to ask you that can you tell something about apathy? What, how apathy existed in those prisoners?
yeah, so the thing is that when the phase of relative apathy, what Victor has said, that it was like an emotional death. Like, uh, like he has described that once he was eating his bread, looking at the person's dead body to whom he had talked to in the morning itself, and in the afternoon he was looking at the dead body and eating his bread, and he did not feel anything. So this apathy, I we will think that, oh my god, you are so like, are you so dead inside? What we see, what we say usually, that are you so dead inside that even the death of someone whom with whom you have interacted, it does not stir you. But Victor has also explained that it was kind of a protective mechanism which
Yes.
the prisoners uh, took, like their minds took, because there was constant danger of death, constant looming death looming over them, that it can be any moment. I can be dead right now, or maybe one minute later, or maybe 1 year later. But it was always there. That presence of death was so much that how to cope with this constant danger. So that's why the emotional death happened in the prisoners. कि अम, अ- मतलब उस टाइम पे कुछ फील न करना was the वही सही रिस्पॉन्स था. So Victor
Exactly.
has also used this sentence that abnormal response to the abnormal situation is the normal response, something like that. I'm
Yes.
not using it verbatim, but this was his uh, concept, that this is how it happened. And Yeah, so the abnormal reaction to an abnormal situation is a normal behavior. This is what he said.
Yeah.
And yeah, can you can you tell me how you felt while reading all this part?
Yes, firstly, I was a bit disturbed by this thing that, okay, the is not existing, that is true, but how come, especially when the corpse part has been mentioned, when he was drinking soup and the dead
Hmm.
body was lying there and he had met him just what, half an hour or 2 hours back, that
Hmm.
really disturbed me that how could this happen? I mean, the humanity has really went down till there,
Hmm.
but as the book proceeds and I get to read what exactly is happening over there, I cannot imagine what the suffering could be or how bad it could be. But yes, I could understand while reading it further that, yeah, it was better that this existed. Otherwise, nobody could have survived over there.
That's
Not
true.
even
That's true.
if that didn't existed.
That's true. Uh, yes. So Manjiri, tell us more about the third stage you had mentioned, barbed wire sickness syndrome, which
Yeah,
was after the release.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So, have you seen the movie Shashank Redemption?
Oh yes. It is one of my
Yeah,
favorites.
mine too. In that, they have literally mentioned this. I mean, we could see that barbed wire sickness syndrome in that when
Hmm.
the prisoners used to come out and stay in a motel because they didn't have their home, they didn't
Hmm.
have their family members to go to, and they used to sort out that now what to do next. So till then they used to stay in a motel, but it was really very difficult for them to cope with all these things, and ultimately they used to suicide in the motel only.
Hmm.
So that kind of thing, that after staying for so long over there, after losing everything in his life, it becomes
Hmm.
really very difficult for the prisoner to get back to his normal life. And the reaction was he used to either do a suicide, or, he has mentioned one more example. One of his फेलो prisoner, he becomes so like कि किसी ने मेरे साथ गलत किया है तो अब मैं सबके साथ गलत करूंगा। और फिर
Hmm.
हर एक इंसान के साथ लाइक रास्ते से जाते हुए उसे एनिमल दिखे या कोई भी इंसान दिखे, he used to treat that person very badly. Even this was the
Hmm.
reaction of some of the prisoners after their release, you know.
Yes. Yes. Right. Yeah. Yeah. He had said that he was destroying one of the fields, the farms, and
Yes.
Told him that not to. Victor told him not to do such thing. So he said that you have no right to tell me this because I have been through so much. So many people. So it's this like what Victor had said that the same thing they both went through, but both of them had different reactions. एंड ये जो है बार्ब वायर सिकनेस सिंड्रोम उससे मुझे थोड़ा ये भी लगा कि मतलब ये तो अ, बहुत ही मतलब वो बहुत लोग हिंसा से और बहुत कुछ झेल के आए थे लेकिन ये हम नॉर्मल लाइव्स में भी हम हमारे देख सकते हैं कि फॉर एग्जांपल टेक अ पर्सन हु हैज बीन हाउस वाइफ मे बी मतलब अ, एक जो गृहिणी रही है उसको अगर कुछ नया करना है तो वो उस आइडेंटिटी से बाहर नहीं आ पाती है जल्दी ऐसे हो जाता है तो समटाइम्स वी आल्सो हैव आवर ओन प्रिजन्स कि now this is my identity so the prisoners took this identity that okay we are prisoners so once they were out in normal life they could not cope with the new identity which was given to them suddenly so this is what I felt कि हमारे जिंदगी में भी ऐसा होता है कि हमें कुछ नए आइडेंटिटीज सडनली लेने पड़ते हैं तो उसमें भी हमें ये फील हो सकता है, छोटी मात्रा में लेकिन होगा।
इवन ड्यूरिंग रेसिडेंसी दिस यूज टू हैपन, यू नो, लाइक अगर सीनियर्स को उनके सीनियर्स ने बैडली ट्रीट किया है तो वो अपने
जी।
जूनियर्स को और बैडली ट्रीट करते थे, लेकिन कुछ अच्छे थे कि जो कि नहीं, अगर मैंने टॉर्चर सहा है तो मैं अपने जूनियर्स को टॉर्चर नहीं करूंगा या करूंगी, ऐसा ओपिनियन लेते थे.
Yes, yes.
So
It's
they
like
could.
different reactions to the same situation. Yes. Now we will go to something really interesting about uh, there is a very uh, what you can say. There is a very interesting thing about cigarettes and coupons in the
Yes.
can. Yeah. So tell us more about it.
Yes, so premium coupons were given, especially to those who used to work in very dangerous warehouses, which was very life-threatening work over there. So they were
Mm.
given some premium coupons, and which the coupons they used to exchange it with the cigarettes, and
Mm.
ultimately the cigarettes could be exchanged for soups for their meals, especially. So each coupon was exchanged for 6 cigarettes, and Victor said that we could identify in a camp who had his fellow prisoner who had given up on life because nobody smoked the cigarettes because they wanted to exchange it for a soup. But if a
Hmm.
prisoner is smoking a cigarette, then we could make that this person has given up on his life, and in a few
Hmm.
days the death is for sure. Oh, except,
Hmm.
I mean, only the SS men and the capos were allowed to smoke their cigarettes,
Secret.
but prisoners had no right to do that. I
Hmm.
mean, they had the right, but they could exchange it for soap.
Yes, right. So it's like it was like a currency for them,
Hmm.
and like Victor said that we could sense that who has given up on life, because if you are smoking the cigarette in front of Kepo, there are high chances that you will get beaten up very badly, and you will have to uh, go through the torture again. But that is what the if the person has given up on the life, he won't mind the beating, he won't mind anything. He like कि जो होता है होने दो, and there is no point in living. Yeah. So there were so many beatings. Like किसी भी कारण से कुछ ना कुछ हो गया तो उस पे मार पड़ती थी सारे प्रिजनर्स को. So there is a very uh, interesting concept which Victor has told, and as a person from medical background, he could find this, that he had said that the medical men among us learned first of all textbook tell lies. So why he had said so, that he said that they had read that man cannot exist without certain amount of sleep, but it was false. It was not like that there. So tell us more about it. How you felt as a doctor while reading all this?
Oh my God, even I was shocked. I mean, you know, they used to not brush their teeth, but their gums were the most healthy over there. After taking so cold showers, they never catch the cold. I'm kind of a allergic patient, and I can sense that, you know, even after such a laborious work, those they get very good sleep. Those who were not able to sleep, I mean, in the noise. I had such roommates in during my MBBS time, and I thought that they should read this. They will understand that people can sleep with turn if the lights are on or if there is sound. I mean, he has literally described that a person who is snoring beside him and he used to not able to sleep with the slightest of the noise, but loud snoring also made him sleep over there. So that was really very something interesting. Yeah, this could also happen.
Yeah.
So, other interesting things, there are many things to talk about and discuss about, which we'll discuss in our next episode. Which team are you in? Pin drop silence and pitch dark while sleeping? Or I can sleep anywhere? Do let us know in the comments. What and how much food did prisoners survive on? And what did they dream of when they finally slept? To know more about such interesting facts, do watch our next episode. And do subscribe our channel, our Book Nook 25, and press the bell icon to never miss an episode.